our 1997 Ford F-350, 7.3 power stroke, 5-speed stick shift. Truck is 4-wheel drive.
Ford trucks aren't just vehicles. They're legends forged through decades of tough jobs, long hauls, and everyday dependability. From early 20th century workhorses to modern diesel beasts, Ford has continuously raised the bar for what a truck should be: powerful, practical, and built to last. In this video, we're counting down the 5 most reliable Ford trucks of all time, models that earned their place through sheer durability and real-world performance. Whether you're a die-hard Ford fan or someone searching for a truck you can truly depend on, this list showcases the best of the best. These aren't just trucks. They're stories of loyalty, legacy, and longevity on 4 wheels. Number 5. 1997-2003 Ford F-150, 10th generation. The 1997-2003 Ford F-150, 10th generation, is nothing short of a workhorse legend. This era marked a significant shift for Ford's flagship pickup truck, transforming it from a purely utilitarian rig to a more well-rounded daily driver, without compromising its core identity. What makes this generation stand out so strongly in the minds of enthusiasts and everyday truck owners alike is its rare balance of old-school reliability with modern design cues that have aged gracefully, redefining the look of a legend. When Ford unveiled this generation, it took a risk with the styling. The F-150 shed its squared-off, tough-as-nails exterior in favor of a more rounded, aerodynamic silhouette. While it ruffled feathers at first, especially among die-hard truck traditionalists, it didn't take long for people to warm up. The sleeker profile improved fuel efficiency and made the truck more comfortable on long highway drives. But Ford didn't just smooth out the body. They beefed up the frame underneath. This thing was still built Ford tough, and it performed just as well on a muddy job site as it did in suburban driveways. A powertrain lineup that refused to quit. The real magic, however, lay beneath the hood. The 1997-2003 F-150 offered engine options that catered to a variety of drivers, from budget-conscious owners to towing enthusiasts. The 4.2L V6 was modest yet sufficient for lighter tasks, while the 4.6L Triton V8 delivered a solid middle ground. But the star of the show was undoubtedly the 5.4L Triton V8. Known for its torque, longevity, and solid performance across multiple use cases, this engine cemented the F-150's rep as a drive-it-till-the-wheels-fall-off kind of truck. Many owners are still logging 250,000 to even 300,000 miles on these power plants with basic upkeep, affordable repairs, and easy maintenance. One of the unsung heroes of this generation's success is its cost of ownership. While today's trucks are stuffed with high-tech features and intricate mechanical systems, the 10th-gen F-150 keeps things refreshingly simple. That simplicity translates to fewer expensive failures, easier DIY repairs, and quicker shop turnarounds. The parts are everywhere. Aftermarket support is vast, and most mechanics know these models like the back of their hand. Whether you're fixing a leaky valve cover or replacing a control arm, the costs stay reasonable. And that's a huge win for owners. Still on the road. Still going strong. You don't have to search far to find a 10th-gen F-150 still rolling strong today. From farmers hauling hay to families using it for weekend camping trips, this truck has proved it can stand the test of time. It's the kind of vehicle that earns loyalty the hard way, through years of unflinching service. The design may be dated, but the dependability is timeless. In the long, storied timeline of Ford trucks, the 1997-2003 F-150 remains one of the most cherished for its bulletproof nature, mechanical simplicity, and affordable upkeep. It's no wonder so many still trust it to get the job done. Number 4. 1997 Ford F350 with the 7.3L Power Stroke Diesel. The 1997 Ford F350 with the 7.3L Power Stroke Diesel isn't just a truck. It's a symbol of unshakable strength and legendary reliability. In diesel circles, it's the stuff of folklore. This beast stands out as one of the most trusted and battle-tested workhorses in Ford's lineup. And even after more than 2 decades on the road, it continues to prove why it belongs in the Hall of Fame of reliable trucks. The indestructible 7.3L Power Stroke Diesel. Let's start with what made this truck so iconic: the 7.3L Power Stroke Diesel engine. Developed in partnership with International Navistar, this engine is as rugged as they come. It was designed to take punishment day after day, haul after haul, and just keep going. Owners affectionately call it bulletproof, and that's not an exaggeration. With forged steel connecting rods, a simplified turbo system, and the absence of modern emissions equipment like EGR and DPF systems, this engine avoids the frequent issues newer diesels face. That simplicity translates to incredible longevity, with many owners reporting 500,000-plus miles on the odometer with just regular maintenance. Maintenance that makes sense. Another major perk? The maintenance. The 7.3L doesn't require the delicate care of newer diesels and doesn't have nearly as many sensitive electronics. Parts are still widely available, and thanks to its reputation, most diesel mechanics know this engine inside and out. It's not uncommon to find one of these trucks still earning its keep with only basic repairs over the years. Oil changes, filters, glow plugs, that's about as complicated as it gets for many owners. The Super Duty frame that carries it all. Now, let's talk about the truck itself. The 1997 F350 was technically the final year before Ford launched the Super Duty branding, but it already came equipped with a beefed-up frame that could handle seriously heavy loads. Available with dual rear wheels, dually, and 4x4 capability, this truck was made for serious towing and hauling. Whether you were pulling a massive RV, loading it up with construction materials, or hauling livestock, the F350 didn't flinch. The pairing of the tough chassis with that powerhouse engine gave owners the confidence to push the truck to its limits, and then some. A living legend. What's perhaps most impressive is that these trucks are still out there working hard today. It's not rare to see a 1997 F350 with faded paint and a dented bed still pulling a fifth-wheel trailer or hauling a load through a muddy field. That kind of long-term durability is exactly why the Ford F-150 model continues to be a favorite in used truck markets, often fetching premium prices even with high mileage. This isn't just a truck you drive, it's a machine you count on. A piece of machinery built during a time when durability came first, when engines weren't choked by emissions tech, and when trucks were made to outlive their owners. The 1997 Ford F350 with the 7.3L Power Stroke Diesel is one of those rare vehicles that earned its respect not through marketing, but through years of reliable, brutal, and unforgiving hard work. Number 3. 1967-1977 Ford F250 Highboy. The 1967 to 1977 Ford F250 Highboy is more than just a classic. It's a symbol of rugged capability and raw mechanical power. For those who crave simplicity and strength over modern electronics and creature comforts, the Highboy stands tall, literally and figuratively. Nicknamed for its elevated stance straight from the factory, the Highboy has etched its place in truck history as one of the toughest, most capable pickups ever built. Built like a tank, meant for the wild. The key reason behind the highboy's iconic status is its factory design. Ford used a divorced transfer case for Fabre D setup, meaning the transfer case wasn't bolted directly to the transmission, but connected via a short drive shaft. This configuration required a higher frame and increased ride height, giving the truck its legendary highboy stance. Combine that with leaf springs at all four corners and solid front and rear axles, including a beefy Dana 60 rear axle and sometimes Dana 44 up front, and you've got a truck that could endure the toughest punishment. Raw mechanical muscle, no gimmicks. One of the greatest appeals of the highboy is its lack of complexity. No infotainment systems, no backup cameras, no sensors that throw false warnings. What you got was pure truck. The highboys were typically powered by robust V8 engines like the 360, 390, and later the monstrous 460. These engines were paired with heavy-duty manual transmissions, most notably the NP435, a four-speed with a legendary granny low gear that could crawl up mountainsides or yank a trailer out of thick mud. This simplicity didn't mean sacrificing capability, it meant reliability. Every part was mechanical and straightforward. If something broke, you could fix it yourself with basic tools. That do-it-yourself repair culture only helped fuel the truck's popularity, especially among ranchers, off-road enthusiasts, and mechanics. Born for the outdoors, raised in the dirt. Highboys weren't just built for the pavement. These trucks were meant to be worked, really worked. From hauling firewood in dense forests to climbing rocky trails, these trucks thrived in environments where most vehicles would falter. And today, you'll still find them tackling jobs in rural America, rolling through hunting camps, and starring in off-road rallies. Their versatility also makes them ideal platforms for customization. Restoration shops love them. Collectors hunt for them. Whether it's a frame-off restoration or a modern engine swap, the highboy's durable frame and classic design make it a dream canvas for any builder. Why the highboy still matters. The highboy represents a time when trucks were built with brute strength and minimal fluff. In today's world of touchscreen dashboards, driver assist technologies, and fragile plastic parts, the highboy's no-nonsense attitude is a breath of fresh air. It didn't ask for attention, it earned it through performance, durability, and presence. Even decades after the last one rolled off the line, the highboy's legend grows stronger. Whether it's roaring down a dirt road or sitting proudly at a truck show, the 1967 to 1977 Ford F-250 highboy remains one of the most respected and sought-after classic trucks in Ford's history. Number 2, 1948 to 1952. Ford F1, first generation of the F-Series. The 1948 to 1952 Ford F1, also known as the first-generation F-Series, wasn't just another pickup. It was the beginning of a dynasty that would go on to define American trucks for generations. When Ford rolled out the F1 in 1948, it marked a massive shift in how trucks were built, marketed, and used. This wasn't a car with a bed on it, it was a dedicated work machine, designed from the ground up to serve real-world needs, and it set a powerful precedent for everything that followed. Built for farmers, made for everyone. Prior to the F1, many pickups were little more than modified cars with cargo beds. Ford changed that with the F1 by introducing a purpose-built truck frame, designed to handle heavier loads and withstand the abuse of hard labor. That decision alone helped Ford capture a wide customer base, especially farmers, tradesmen, and small business owners who needed reliability and rugged performance. Under the hood, many F1s were equipped with Ford's legendary flathead V8 engine, known for its mechanical simplicity and toughness. Although the engine was improved with front suspension and upgraded leaf springs in the rear, making the ride surprisingly smooth for its era. The F1 didn't just haul, it cruised. Easy to work on, easy to own. One of the greatest features of the F1 was its mechanical accessibility. This was a truck built during a time when DIY repair wasn't a hobby. It was a necessity. Owners appreciated that they could do most of the maintenance themselves, using basic hand tools in their garage or barn. From oil changes to full engine rebuilds, the F1 was designed to be kept alive, not replaced. This approachability gave the F1 a long life, even after its production years. Many trucks from this era were passed down through families, serving different generations with the same engine and frame. That longevity helped solidify Ford's reputation in rural America as a dependable and trustworthy brand. Heritage you can feel. The cultural and mechanical impact of the F1 can still be felt today. It laid the foundation for the F100, which evolved into the F150, the best-selling truck in America for decades. You'll find F1s lovingly restored at car shows, where their rounded fenders and chrome grills are celebrated as symbols of American craftsmanship. Some are even still running today with original components, a testament to the strength of their engineering. Collectors, restorers, and classic truck lovers view the F1 as more than a vehicle. It's a piece of history. And unlike many vintage rides, the F1 is still practical, with parts widely available and a community of enthusiasts ready to help anyone bring one back to life. Foundation of a dynasty. The Ford F1 wasn't about flash or gimmicks. It was about function. Solid, reliable, no-nonsense function. It worked when you needed it, and it kept working through years of dirt, snow, rain, and hauling. That's what makes it legendary. The F1 didn't just start the F-Series legacy, it earned it, mile after mile. Number 1. 9107 to 1927 Ford Model TT. The 1917 to 1927 Ford Model TT is where it all began. Not just for Ford trucks, but for the idea of the work truck itself. Before there was the F-Series, before the Super Duty, there was the humble yet revolutionary Model TT. This truck didn't just change how people transported goods, it changed how America worked. It was Ford's first ever production truck, and it laid the groundwork for every pickup that came after. Built for real work in a new world. The Model TT entered the scene when most people were still using horses and wagons for transportation. The country was just beginning to modernize, and the idea of a mass-produced vehicle that could haul a full ton of cargo was groundbreaking. The TT was built on the legendary Model T chassis, but Ford reinforced it with a heavier-duty frame and a worm-drive rear axle, allowing it to carry loads up to 2,000 pounds. That was a major leap forward in capability, especially for farmers, delivery drivers, and tradesmen who needed reliability over rough, unpaved roads. What made it special wasn't just its strength, it was its versatility. Buyers could purchase the chassis alone and add their own custom beds or work-specific bodies. Whether it was hauling grain, delivering milk, or serving as a fire truck or ambulance during World War I, the Model TT adapted to any job thrown its way. Simple, durable, and revolutionary. Mechanically, the TT was an engineering marvel of its time, not because it was flashy, but because it was simple and effective. Powered by a 2.9L four-cylinder engine producing 20 horsepower, it wasn't fast by any means. But what it lacked in speed, it made up for in durability. It used a gravity-fed fuel system, a magneto-ignition, and solid axles, all straightforward parts that made it easy for owners to fix and maintain on their own. The simplicity of the Model TT made it popular in rural America. where access to professional mechanics was limited. Owners appreciated that they could keep the truck running with basic tools and mechanical know-how. In an era where reliability meant everything, the TT delivered day after day, year after year. The truck that built America. Ford sold over 1.3 million Model TTs during its decade-long production run. That number speaks volumes. The TT didn't just meet a demand, it created one. It helped mechanize American agriculture, transformed small businesses, and paved the way for a national trucking industry. In many ways, the Model TT helped shift America from a horse-drawn economy to a modern, motorized one, a legacy that endures. More than 100 years later, the Ford Model TT remains one of the most historically significant vehicles ever made. Without it, there would be no F-150, no Super Duty, and no fleet of Ford trucks dominating the market. The Model TT showed the world what a truck could do, and it did so with grit, simplicity, and staying power. It wasn't just the first Ford truck, it was the truck that started it all. Ford's truck legacy didn't happen overnight. It was earned, one job at a time, one hard mile after another. From the historic Model TT that powered early America to the powerhouse F-350 with a 7.3L diesel that still roams highways today, Ford has proven time and time again that their trucks are built to last. Whether you're looking to restore a classic or buy a used workhorse, these 5 models are proof that reliability isn't just a feature, it's a tradition. We hope this breakdown helped you understand why these trucks still stand tall in a crowded market of competitors. Have a favorite Ford truck that's outlasted everything else you've owned? Drop it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ford's most reliable trucks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.